So I've got this movie I'm working on. Maybe y'all can help me sort of flesh this out. But it's a movie called Cupcakes for the Cake Cup.
Cupcakes for the Cake Cup. Cake Cup.
Yeah, and a little difficulty with that.
It's hard. It's going to be tough.
Well, and I was thinking K-Cup because that's the pods that
for coffee
come in now for the
Cupcakes for the Cake Cup. Cupcakes
Right.
for the Cake Cup. I can do it.
Yeah, now that you've got that down, I'm going to blow your mind and we'll call it Cake Cup for the Cupcake.
Cake Cup for the Cupcake.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot more sense because if you want a cupcake, you need a cake cup.
Yeah.
And that is where this film comes in.
Okay.
Willem Dafoe plays Jackpot Boomtown.
Jackpot Boomtown. Okay.
Jackpot Boomtown. And he runs a factory, owns and operates, family business, 52 years, a factory that makes cake cups. The little round cups with the frills.
The cups for making cupcakes.
That the cupcake mess goes in to make delicious cupcakes. I almost said cupcakes, which is a different movie pitch altogether. We'll get to that another day. So, Willem Dafoe makes the cups for cupcakes, but there is a tragedy to his life. I've got it all, he says. I've got the best cake cup factory in New York. The wax paper is finely oiled. The little crinkly bits are jagged. You could poke a baby's eye out with these suckers.
Jack Boomtown is this guy's name?
My name is Jackpot Boomtown.
Jackpot Boomtown, yeah.
Jackpot Boomtown, and I own this factory making cakes. Making cups for cakes, not cakes for cups. That's a different factory. And therein lies my tragedy. You see, all my life, raised by my father, all my life, I've been taught to make cups for cakes, but never. And he's looking directly at the camera at this. It's a flat shot of his face. There's no editing. There's no camera cuts. All my life, and I've never, not once, eaten a cupcake. We don't make them here. We just don't make them here. But I want to change all that. I want to change my life. It still hasn't cut away. I want to change my life for the better. Across the road, across the New York street. It's called New York Street. Across there, across the way, is a cupcake factory. And I'm going to go over there and ask the owner if I can have one, so that finally a chocolate cupcake passes betwixt mine lips. So there's the premise. It's a great modern tragedy. So he goes across the street, knocks on the door. Let me in! I want to eat a cupcake today! He's really, psyched for this. He looks at the camera again, eyes crossed, face red, veins broken. Like that.
He could just buy a cupcake. They sell them in stores. He doesn't.
Well, let's follow the plot, because
Okay,
why
you're
would
right.
he do that? There's a cupcake factory across the street from the cake cup factory. So he's going to knock on the door. Open that door! For Christ's sake! For the sake of our Lord! Door opens, and there's, evil laughter. I don't think so. You will not be eating cupcakes from my cupcake factory. And you can all tell who that is from the voice.
No. Who is that?
Brendan Fraser?
No, Charles Dance, of course, from my accurate impersonation.
Charles who? It's not your fault. I just don't know who that is, yeah.
Charles Dance, who was Tywin Lannister in Game of Thrones, and also he was in Alien 3 for a bit.
Oh, yeah, he's a good actor. He's kind of like Jeffrey Jones, but not a pedophile.
Yeah, he looks like Jeffrey Jones a bit, but he doesn't do what Jeffrey Jones does.
Right.
One major difference is Charles Dance still gets acting jobs.
Well, yeah, due to the lack of pedophilia going on. It helps.
Yeah. And he's been excellently cast in this. Because he's the villainous, the cruel, capitalist Cupcakes. That's his name. Capitalist Cupcakes, director of the board.
Ooh.
And this board has a nail in it. And that's what he says. I'm the director of the board of cupcakes. And this board has a nail in it.
Oof.
But the cupcakes have nails in No, the board has it's a threat. Fool, and you will not get these delicious cupcakes. Yeah! You won't be getting these cupcakes, you furry fool.
Furry?
Yes? Show him the door, beast man! And then, covered in orange fur, is Brendan Fraser as Beast Man. Oh, I'll show him the door, boss! I'll show him to the door! I'm Brendan Beastman! I'm already at the door. I'm knocking on it here again. I'll show him the door! To his own factory is what I meant. Go away. Get out of here, you big idiot. Oh, I'll show them. Oh, I'll fucking show them. So, he goes back to his factory to ruminate. And he's going to ruminate on this because he plans to break in when the moon goes up and the sun goes down. When the moon goes up and the sun goes down, in that order, I'm going to break into the cupcake factory. Then, I'm going to eat all of capitalist cupcakes, without cake cups, because he can't have those anymore. Good luck selling cupcakes without cake cups. So he goes over the road, scales the walls, breaks in through an open window. So it's not even breaking, really. It's all legal. He's still the hero of this story. Sees on a conveyor belt all these cupcakes, which is weird because the factory's closed. They shouldn't really be out there on a conveyor belt, but they're there. And he looks over, just licks his lips, and the camera is really close on his mouth as he just goes...
This is heroic.
Cupcakes! Oh, yeah! He says cupcakes, and you can see like long bridges of spit between his teeth and his lips. Just like, cupcakes! Like that. Slowly unbuttons his shirt.
What?
And starts undressing while that Peter Gabriel and Kate Bush song starts playing. Don't give up, 'cause you have friends. Takes off his pants, takes off his underwear, and then just goes on his knees, scoops the cupcakes off the conveyor belt onto the floor around him, starts picking them up and smearing them on his naked body, on his sinewy bacon body. Just smearing these cupcakes on himself. Don't give up. You're not beaten yet. Smearing them on himself, all over his face, right? Eating some of it, but most of it is just been crunched up in his fingers and rubbed in his hair and smeared all over his body. Don't give up. I know you can make it good. And that's how you know he's the hero, because Kate Bush tells him he's good for doing all this. So he's covered in all of this stuff and then sits there, naked, covered head to toe in cupcake bits, breathless. Because, while Kate Bush, oh, don't give up, he's also thrusting the air going, ah! 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 Looks at the camera at one point and goes, hey, kids! Wanna die? And all the while, Kate, don't give up, 'cause you have friends.
Oof.
And then he's sat there all back, like, breathless. I didn't give up. I have friends.
He's proud of himself.
Oh, yeah. My friends is cupcakes. You're right, he didn't give up, and that's the message of the story.
Right, he's the hero, obviously.
Obviously, and there will be no ambiguity as to his heroic status when he looks at the camera once more, with just this dead expression on his face. No hint of humour, no joy, no satisfaction, no sadness even, just pure stone face. Looks at the camera and says, I'm the cupcake now. Because he's covered in cupcake.
Right, yeah.
I'm the cupcake now. Charles Dance comes back in. Oh my God! What are you doing here? What have you done to my cupcakes? Beastman, show him the door. Oh, I'll show him the door. Wait a minute. He's turned into a cupcake! Yes, that's right! I'm the cupcake man! And a cupcake needs a cape cup. So give me all your skin, big boy! And then Willem Dafoe runs at Charles Dance with a knife in his hand. Just...
Whoa!
This took a turn.
And then Charles Dance is all like, no! Yeah! No! Yeah! Stab, 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 stab. Next scene. Willem Dafoe has flayed Charles Dance alive and he's wearing his skin like a loincloth. And then thrust it towards the camera and says, looks like I finally got my cake cup.
But he runs a cake cup he runs a cake cup factory. It's the one thing he had the whole time was cake cups. So there's no motivation there. He's okay, sorry.
I think David Cronenberg should direct.
He needs the work.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I mean, I was thinking of shopping this to Disney. I don't know how many Disney films Cronenberg's done. Did he do Frozen?
No.
Yeah, I think so. I think that was a Cronenberg film, yeah.
He did Spider, which has Ralph Fiennes, who was Voldemort.
Yeah.
Which is like a Disney movie, kind of. I think that's Warner Brothers. But no, this is, I mean... No offense.
You're right. Perfect opportunity for Cronenberg to start working with Disney.
Yeah, and really I think I'd need Cronenberg's experience when Willem Dafoe's wife, Deborah Messing, decides to become a fondue lady. And so she's smearing fondue on herself while Don't Give Up plays.
It's the same plot. It's just doing that again.
No, because she runs a factory that makes fondue bowls. But she's never eaten a fondue.
Totally different.
Yeah, and the factory across the street makes fondue. But she can't go in there because it's run by Natalie Imbruglia.
Who's got the fondue dippers or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's playing fondue fancy. And she's on the board, and this board's got a nail in it.
See, the thing is, like, if you say your movie is called Cake Cups for Cupcakes,
yeah,
you've already confused people. And once they stop being confused, they're like, oh, it's about cupcakes. I don't want to watch that. I don't want to pay $12 for that. But the few people who do want to watch a movie about cupcakes, your only audience comes in and sees a man get his skin removed by Willem Dafoe